Welcome back the channel name, Top Coin. Today, we're diving deep into one such historical artifact, the 1826 Argentine coin. Whether you're a collector, a history buff, or simply curious about the coin's value in today's market, we have a fascinating journey ahead. Before we jump into the market value and potential worth of this coin, let's first take a step back in time. What makes the 1826 Argentine coin so special? Why are collectors and investors so intrigued by it? To understand the significance of the 1826 Argentine coin, we need to go back to the early 19th century. Argentina, like many other Latin American nations, had recently fought for and gained independence from Spain in the early 1800s. The country was struggling to establish its identity as a new, sovereign nation. In 1826, Argentina was still in the midst of defining its economic and political structure. The newly formed government under President Bernardino Rivadavia was working hard to stabilize the economy, and one of the key steps was the issuance of new currency, coins that would symbolize the nation's independence and progress. The 1826 coin, particularly the 2 reals and 8 reals, became emblematic of this new identity. Struck in silver, these coins reflected not only Argentina's aspirations but also its wealth and natural resources, such as silver. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1826 Argentine coin. The coin was part of the early Argentine monetary system and was struck from silver, which added intrinsic value to its worth. On the obverse side, you'll see the image of the Sun of May, a prominent symbol in Argentina's coat of arms and national flag. This radiant sun, with its human face, represented the dawn of a new era for the country. Of the coin often bore inscriptions or emblematic designs, such as the laurel wreaths, which are traditionally symbols of victory and honor. The intricate designs made the coin not only a functional monetary piece but also a work of art. Each detail on the coin served a purpose. The sun, the laurels, and the inscriptions all told a story of independence, pride, and hope for a prosperous future. What makes the 1826 Argentine coin particularly desirable is its rarity. Argentina, during its early years, produced coins in limited quantities compared to later periods. Many of these coins were lost, melted down, or damaged due to the country's turbulent history, making surviving examples quite rare. For coin collectors, rarity combined with historical significance often translates into high value. The 1826 coin fits that profile perfectly. It's not just about owning a piece of currency, it's about holding onto a relic of Argentina's early struggles for nationhood. As collectors will tell you, it's not just the age of the coin that matters, it's the story behind it, the rarity, and the condition. Coins from 1826 are especially valued for their unique place in the nation's history and because they marked a crucial transition for Argentina. These coins were symbols of an era when the country was establishing itself on the global stage. So, how much is an 1826 Argentine coin worth today? The value of these coins can vary widely, depending on a few key factors. These include the coin's condition, rarity, historical importance, and metal content. In recent years, 1826 Argentine coins have been known to sell for anywhere between $500 to several $1,000s, depending on their condition and provenance. For instance, a well-preserved 2 reals coin might fetch around $1,000, while the 8 reals coin, which was larger and contained more silver, can be valued much higher, sometimes upwards of $5,000 to $10,000. The market for early Latin American coins is hot right now. There's growing interest, not just from South American collectors, but from investors around the world who recognize the historical and monetary value of these coins. They are increasingly seen as alternative investments, much like gold or rare art. Before diving into the market, it's important to understand how coins are graded. The value of an 1826 Argentine coin can vary significantly based on its grade. Professional graders evaluate coins on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, with factors such as wear, scratches, and luster all contributing to the final grade. Collectors should always verify the authenticity of rare coins like the 1826 Argentine coin. Counterfeits can be common in the world of valuable currency, so it's essential to have coins authenticated by a reputable service before making any purchases. If you're interested in buying or selling an 1826 Argentine coin, there are several avenues available to you. Online auction platforms like eBay and Heritage Auctions often have listings for rare coins, and coin dealers or specialty stores can offer in-person assessments. Keep an eye on major coin shows or conventions, where you might find these historical treasures on display. Asterisk as a potential investment, the 1826 Argentine coin has a lot going for it. Rare coins often appreciate over time, particularly those with historical value and limited supply. However, as with any investment, it's essential to do your research. The coin market can be volatile, and prices may fluctuate based on economic factors, collector interest, and the availability of specific coins. Asterisk for long-term investors, the 1826 Argentine coin can be a solid choice. It combines intrinsic value with historical significance, making it more than just a piece of silver. It's a time capsule from a pivotal moment in Argentine history. Asterisk so, what do you think? The 1826 Argentine coin isn't just a relic, it's a piece of history that tells the story of a nation's struggle for independence and its aspirations for a brighter future. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a novice investor, or someone who just loves history, this coin holds a special place in the world of numismatics. Asterisk. In the annals of history, few coins have bridged the gap between eras, empires, and legacies like the Victoria Regina to Hanover coin of 1837. Born during a pivotal moment in British history, this coin not only marked the reign of one of the greatest monarchs but also represents a turning point in European dynastic rule. Today, we're going to dive deep into the story behind this coin, its historical importance, and its staggering market value today. The year is 1837. The British Empire is at the dawn of what would become its most iconic period, the Victorian era. Queen Victoria ascends the throne, only 18 years old, and in her first year, the Mint strikes a coin not only marking the beginning of her reign but also the end of a dynastic union between Great Britain and Hanover. For over a century, the British crown had been closely tied to Hanover, a region in present-day Germany. This coin, known as the Victoria Regina to Hanover coin, would be one of the last to reflect this union, severed upon Victoria's coronation due to Salic law, which barred female rulers in Hanover. As a result, her uncle, Ernest Augustus, took over as the King of Hanover, and the personal union between the two realms ended. This coin is more than just currency, it's a piece of art. On the obverse side, you'll find a young portrait of Queen Victoria, surrounded by the words Victoria Regina. Her profile captures her youthful innocence, yet with a sense of authority. The engraver, William Wyan, crafted this portrait to symbolize her fresh start as the new monarch, echoing the optimism of the Victorian era that was about to unfold. The reverse of the coin often carried symbolic elements, including the Lion of England and the Horse of Hanover, a nod to the dual monarchy that, until 1837, bound the two regions together. The 1837 Victoria Regina to Hanover coin was struck in various metals. Silver was the most common, though rarer versions were minted in gold. The coin itself was relatively small in size, but it was its intricate detail and historical significance that gave it weight. Copper varieties were also minted but generally reserved for lower denominations. Each metal played its own role in the social hierarchy of the time. Gold coins were typically used by the wealthy and in larger transactions, while silver and copper were more common among the general populace. The 1837 coin is particularly significant because it marked the official end of the personal union between Great Britain and Hanover. For over 100 years, the two had been ruled by the same monarchs. However, with Victoria's ascension, the rules of succession in Hanover, which did not allow female rulers, broke this union. As Ernest Augustus, Victoria's uncle, took the throne of Hanover, this coin became not just a reminder of Victoria's reign but of a Europe in transition. The coin stands as a symbol of a time when royal bloodlines and European borders were being redrawn. Now, let's talk about the market value of the Victoria Regina to Hanover coin. In today's world, collectors and historians alike consider this coin to be a valuable artifact. Due to its rarity and historical significance, the coin can fetch high prices at auctions, depending on the condition, the composition, and the rarity of the specific version. Whether it be silver, gold, or copper, the price can range anywhere from several $100s to tens of thousands of dollars. In mint or near-perfect condition, gold varieties have been known to sell for upwards of $50,000 or more in prestigious auctions. Even the silver versions can go for a few $1,000s, especially if well-preserved. Coins in better condition with minimal wear, scratches, or fading command higher prices. Coins graded as mint state or uncirculated are particularly sought after. Gold versions are significantly more valuable than their silver or copper counterparts due to their scarcity. Coins with documented historical provenance, such as those tied to significant events or owned by prominent figures, can dramatically increase in value. some varieties or specific minting years are rarer, driving up their collectible value. Collectors should always check for the coin's authenticity and the integrity of its design. Fakes and replicas do exist, but certified coins with proper documentation hold significantly more value. One prominent collector noted, "This coin is a symbol of both an end and a beginning. It's more than metal, it's the embodiment of a moment when the world was changing and empires were shifting." In recent years, the Victoria Regina to Hanover coin has made headlines at prestigious auctions. One notable sale in 2019 saw a gold variant sell for over $75,000, a staggering amount for a coin over 180 years old. Another auction in 2022 saw a silver version sell for nearly $20,000, again demonstrating the coin's enduring appeal to collectors around the world. In the grand tapestry of history, few coins have the same allure, the same power, and the same legacy as the Victoria Regina to Hanover coin of 1837. It stands as a reminder of the close ties between Britain and Europe, the dawn of the Victorian era, and the shifting power structures that would shape the world as we know it. Whether you are a collector, a historian, or simply an enthusiast of the past, this coin offers a tangible link to a time when empires were built and history was minted. Coins like these are more than just currency, they are windows into the past. And for those who hold one, it's as if they hold a piece of history itself. Today's video is going to be a real treat. We're diving into the fascinating history of the Georges IV de Grazia coin from 1826. Not only are we exploring its historical significance, but we'll also be discussing its current market value and why it's considered a major treasure for collectors around the world. So sit back, grab a cup of tea, and let's explore one of the most sought-after coins from the Georgian era. To fully appreciate the 1826 Georges IV de Grazia coin, we have to take a step back and explore the historical context. George IV, who reigned from 1820 to 1830, is often remembered for his extravagant lifestyle, love for the arts, and his major influence on British culture. However, his reign was also marked by political tensions, financial instability, and a number of personal controversies. In 1826, the British Royal Mint produced several types of coins during George IV's reign, including gold sovereigns, crowns, shillings, and half-crowns. These coins carry the inscription Georges IV de Grazia, which translates to George IV by the grace of God. This Latin phrase was traditionally used to affirm the divine right of kings, an idea deeply rooted in monarchies across Europe. But this coin is more than just a piece of currency, it's a reflection of a specific period in British history. The 1826 series is especially interesting because it was produced in the latter half of George IV's reign, during a time of social and political transition in Britain. As the country moved closer to industrialization, its economy and society were rapidly changing. Now, let's talk about the design itself. On one side of the coin, we have a regal portrait of King George IV. This design was created by renowned engraver William Wyon, one of the most celebrated coin engravers of the time. Wyon's work is known for its elegance and attention to detail, and you can see that here in the careful rendering of George IV's features. George IV is depicted with a laurel wreath around his head, which symbolizes victory and peace. It's a classical design, inspired by ancient Roman emperors, which was fitting for a king who fancied himself a patron of the arts and architecture. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the British coat of arms, with the crown shield featuring the 3 lions of England, the Lion of Scotland, and the Harp of Ireland. Surrounding the shield is a garter, with the Latin motto Honi soit mal y pense, which translates to shame on him who thinks evil of it. This is the motto of the Order of the Garter, an ancient and prestigious order of chivalry in England. This imagery reflects the unity of the United Kingdom during a period when the empire was vast and powerful. Even the tiniest details on the coins speak volumes about the political and cultural climate of the time. So, how rare is the 1826 Georges IV de Grazia coin? Well, like many coins from this era, its rarity depends on several factors: its condition, minting errors, and the specific type of coin in question. The most valuable coins are typically those in uncirculated or extremely fine condition. These are coins that were either never used in everyday transactions or show very little wear. The rarity of these coins also varies depending on the denomination. For example, gold sovereigns and half-sovereigns from 1826 tend to be more valuable than their silver counterparts, largely because gold coins were often kept as investments and didn't circulate as much. Coins with unique minting errors or those produced in small quantities can also fetch higher prices. Now, let's get to the big question: what's this coin worth today? The market value of the 1826 Georges IV coin can range widely, depending on the denomination, rarity, and condition. Some coins can be worth a few $100s, while others, particularly those made of gold or in pristine condition, can fetch thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. For instance, gold sovereigns from 1826 have been sold at auctions for prices as high as £20,000 or more, depending on their quality and provenance. Silver coins, like shillings and crowns, typically sell for less but can still bring in substantial amounts, especially if they are in excellent condition. The key to unlocking the true value of these coins is knowing what you have and how well it's preserved. If you come across one of these coins in excellent condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. If you're lucky enough to own a Georges IV coin or are considering purchasing one, it's crucial to have it professionally appraised. An expert can help determine the coin's condition and give you an accurate valuation. Many factors go into grading a coin, including luster, surface marks, and overall eye appeal. You can get your coin appraised through reputable companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. After appraisal, you have a few options for selling, including auction houses, online marketplaces, or private collectors. And if you're thinking of selling, don't rush into it. Take your time, research, and make sure you're getting the best price possible for your treasured piece of history. So, there you have it, the rich history of the 1826 Georges IV de Grazia coin, its fascinating design, and its impressive market value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is a true piece of history that connects us to the grandeur and complexities of the Georgian era. Let me know in the comments below if you have any rare coins in your collection, and if you've ever come across one of these beautiful 1826 coins. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Argentine currency. Specifically, we're going to explore a little piece of history, the 1987 5 centavos coin from Argentina. You might have one of these lying around, or maybe you're a coin collector looking to add to your collection. Either way, this episode is for you. We'll take a deep dive into its history, design, production, and of course, its current market value. Could it be worth a lot more than just 5 centavos? Stick around to find out. To really understand the significance of the 5 centavos coin, we first need to place it within the context of Argentina's economy and political landscape in the 1980s. Argentina, like many countries in South America, was facing a lot of economic instability during this period. Hyperinflation was a real issue, especially in the 1980s. This made the value of their currency incredibly volatile. In 1983, Argentina had returned to democracy after years of military dictatorship. The country was struggling with massive debt, and inflation was climbing higher and higher. Between 1985 and 1991, Argentina introduced multiple reforms to its currency. One of those reforms was the introduction of the austral, which was meant to stabilize the economy by replacing the old peso at a rate of 1 austral equals 1,000 pesos. However, inflation continued to rise. The 1987 5 centavos coin that we're discussing today was part of this austral series. Even though it had a small face value, this coin was issued during a time when Argentina was going through massive economic change, making it more than just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of a turbulent era in the nation's financial history. Now, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 1987 5 centavos coin has a simple yet elegant design, typical of the coins of that period. On the obverse side, you'll see the denomination 5 centavos inscribed at the center, with the minting year 1987 at the bottom. Surrounding this is the text República Argentina, symbolizing the nation's pride. The reverse side of the coin features the national coat of arms of Argentina, the sun with its rays, and the Phrygian cap, which are powerful symbols of independence and liberty. Overall, it's a minimalistic yet iconic design that reflects both Argentina's political aspirations and the austerity of the time. The coin is made of aluminum bronze, which gives it its distinctive gold color. It's light and has a diameter of about 19 millimeters, weighing just 2.2 grams. Despite its small size, this coin was part of everyday life for millions of Argentinians during a critical time. So, what happened to the 5 centavos coin after 1987? Well, as you might guess, inflation continued to eat away at the value of the austral. By the early 1990s, the austral had lost so much value that the Argentine government had to introduce yet another currency reform, bringing back the peso. In 1992, the peso was reintroduced, and 1 peso equaled 10,000 australs. This essentially rendered coins like the 5 centavos obsolete. By then, inflation had reduced its purchasing power to almost nothing. Coins that once circulated freely were no longer accepted, and many were discarded, melted down, or simply forgotten. This makes coins like the 1987 5 centavos more interesting for collectors today. Alright, now let's get to the part you've all been waiting for. What's the value of the 1987 5 centavos coin today? How much is it worth in the collector's market? In general, the value of these coins will depend on their condition, rarity, and whether there are any special minting errors. Let's break it down. Those that show clear signs of wear typically sell for a modest price, anywhere from $0.50 to $1.50 USD. Or those in mint condition can fetch higher prices, generally around $2 to $5 USD. If you're lucky enough to find a coin with a minting error, such as a misprint or off-center strike, these can be worth much more, sometimes $20 or even $50 USD depending on the rarity and the error. So, if you're sitting on a 1987 5 centavos coin, it's definitely worth checking its condition closely. Keep in mind that even though it may not seem like a lot, coins like these grow in value over time, especially as the number of them in circulation decreases. You may be wondering, why should I care about this coin? Well, aside from its modest market value, the 1987 5 centavos coin holds significant cultural and historical importance. This coin is a relic of a turbulent time in Argentina's history. It reminds us of the country's fight against inflation, debt, and economic instability. For collectors, it's not just about the monetary value but about owning a piece of history, a tangible connection to a past era. Coins like this represent a broader narrative, one of resilience and change. Holding one in your hand is like holding a piece of Argentine history. If you're interested in collecting the 1987 5 centavos or other similar coins, there are several ways to go about it. First off, you can check popular online marketplaces like eBay or dedicated numismatic websites where collectors buy and sell. Just be sure to verify the seller's reputation. Also, look out for local coin shops and collector fairs. These are great places to find rare coins at reasonable prices. Lastly, you can always connect with other collectors online through forums and social media groups. Here are some resources where you can start your journey into coin collecting. So, there you have it, folks. The 1987 5 centavos coin is a small but significant part of Argentina's history, and while it may not make you rich, it's certainly a coin worth knowing about and maybe even adding to your collection. Do you have a 1987 5 centavos coin? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next deep dive into fascinating coins from around the world. Until next time, happy collecting!